The Newsline.
Hello and welcome back to Newsline, brought to you by People's TV. In today's news commentary, we draw attention to developments involving the Islamic Republic of Iran. Iran has reportedly lost its ability to advance its nuclear enrichment program toward the production of weapons-grade uranium. As a result, the Ayatollah regime has shifted its focus and resources toward further developing its intercontinental ballistic missile program. These developments have been revealed through two separate intelligence reports. Israel was the first to highlight this emerging threat, and Western intelligence agencies have since corroborated the same findings. The reports draw attention to several military exercises conducted by Iran that lack the characteristics of routine drills and instead resemble preparations for an attack on the State of Israel. Israeli intelligence agencies have conveyed these assessments to the Trump administration, warning of a potential missile attack targeting Israel. From Tehran's perspective, such a scenario may be considered plausible, given the severe sanctions that have curtailed uranium enrichment, the deaths of key nuclear experts, reliance on newly identified specialists, and the destruction of critical facilities such as Fordo and Natanz, which now lie in ruins. Security analysts report that Iran is operating with an unprecedented level of secrecy, signaling a departure from its usual military posture. Such evaluations are considered credible, as comparable indicators were observed in the lead-up to Russia's assault on Ukraine, when intelligence services issued early warnings to European governments using similar assessments. Iran is already believed to possess multiple reconnaissance satellites and is widely expected to place another into orbit soon. At the same time, the regime is expanding its missile inventories and redeploying its suicide drone units. Assessments from Mossad and Western intelligence services indicate that Iran is preparing a scenario involving the launch of up to 2,000 missiles within a single hour, aiming to saturate and overwhelm Israel's air defense systems. The Israel Defense Forces have previously voiced concern that, while the Trump administration closely monitors efforts to curb Iran's nuclear ambitions, it has not given comparable weight to the threat posed by Iran's intercontinental ballistic missile program against Israel. Senator Lindsey Graham, a staunch ally of Israel, met with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday for a special round of discussions and indicated that Washington's position has shifted. According to Graham, the Trump administration now recognizes that Iran's ICBM capabilities represent a serious and immediate threat to Israel's security, with growing concern that the Ayatollah regime may be planning a large-scale missile launch intended to overwhelm Israel's air defense systems. Iran has deployed suicide drones, air defense systems, and missiles in the recent military exercises, a combination that experts say goes beyond routine drills and suggests preparations for a potential strike against Israel. Analysts also note an alternative explanation: Iran may be anticipating a preemptive strike from Israel and is positioning its forces to counter it. This interpretation gains weight given that Prime Minister Netanyahu is scheduled to meet with President Trump on the 29th to discuss possible actions against Iran's missile capabilities. Israel cannot afford to remain idle while Iran continues to expand its ICBM stockpiles. Nuclear weapons represent a long-term threat, whereas an ICBM strike constitutes an immediate and present danger. Iran has already launched multiple missiles toward Israel in recent incidents, causing significant damage to critical infrastructure, including one of Israel's key research facilities. A coordinated barrage of 2,000 missiles within a single hour would be comparable in impact to a nuclear strike in conventional terms. Allowing such an attack to succeed would effectively negate the strategic gains achieved through Israel's previous operations against Iran. For this reason, Israel maintains that Iran must not be allowed to regain its former position of military dominance. Tehran is fully aware of this stance, making it likely that Iran is simultaneously reinforcing its air defense systems while preparing potential retaliatory measures against Israel. If this report helped you see the situation on the ground clearly, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to People's TV, where truth has no agenda, and facts speak louder than spin.
Subscribe us for more details.